Alright, welcome to the attraction tutorial. I've never seen anyone teach this exact system anywhere else. So I'm gonna show you how to write a full plan in less than 10 minutes. Okay, you will not think of this as New Age. I don't want you saying woo-woo or manifestation. We're being practical, and this is a pragmatic system. Here's what you need. You need a notebook. You need a pen. You need a list of goals. These can be big dreams. They can be small habits. It doesn't matter. You need a 2-minute ritual from last night, which means you need a pen. You need a pad of paper. Ideally, you'd have the same pen color and the same pad of paper. You need a phone or computer. You need your calendar app. Ideally, Google Calendar. You need access to your email. That's it. No candles required. All right, step 1. Look at your goal list. Pick one thing you want to attract and make sure you can measure it. If you can't measure it, it's not a good candidate. So you might say, find my soulmate, but how do I know when I found her? Maybe go on 5 dates in the next month. Or you might say, get rich, but how do I know when I got there? Maybe make 10K per month recurring. All right, if you can measure it, grab the pad of paper. You're doing the nightly ritual. Write one sentence in the present tense. Example, I go on a date every Thursday evening. Or I hit the gym daily after work. Or I wake up by 6 a.m. And then ask yourself, what's the smallest thing I can do today that makes that sentence more likely? What's the lowest hanging fruit? So, for the example, maybe it's, I call 3 potential partners and schedule a hangout for next week. Or I pack my gym bag and leave it by the door. Or I charge my alarm clock on my nightstand. Write that micro action on the line below. It's not enough to say, do something or take action. Be specific enough to know if you did it or not. So you have a statement and a micro action. Go look at your calendar. Find a time slot in the next 24 hours. This is key. Don't force this into tomorrow. Do the micro action today. It could be 9 p.m. It could be 11 p.m. It doesn't matter. Just put it on the calendar. Then you go look around the place you're in right now. Find an anchor object. For me, it's always a pen. I'll pick up the pen, place it on the table, close my eyes, inhale 4, hold 2, breathe out 6. Inhale 4, hold 2, breathe out 6. Open my eyes. Repeat the sentence out loud, one time like a decision, not a wish. Fold the paper. Place the pen on top. Leave it where it is. You're done. When you wake up tomorrow, don't touch that pen. Leave it there. Do not pick it up. Don't even think about it. That is an instruction for your subconscious to prime the body. 80% of attraction is priming the body. That's what that pen is for. Okay, let's move on to morning execution. As soon as the alarm goes off, you sit up. You keep the pen down. You walk to the calendar. You see where you scheduled the task, and you say, okay, it's time to do the thing. You walk to the place you left the pen, pick up the pen, touch the pen, like this is not negotiable. You don't have the option to say, well, it's 6 a.m. I don't feel like it. You don't get to argue with yourself. The decision was made last night. You just have to execute. Now, set the pen down again. Put on a timer. Do the tiniest possible version of the task. In the case of calling 3 women, maybe it's looking up one number. If you can, make it so that the task takes 90 seconds or less. This is important. In 90 seconds, you convince the rational brain to catch up. 5 minutes in, the resistance goes away, and 20 minutes in, you're a completely different human being. That's the power of the micro. Once you finish, you put the pen back on the calendar, then you kill the timer. You're done. This is the minimal viable version of attraction. It's not some mystical mumbo-jumbo. It's not asking the universe for help. It's simply becoming the type of person who gets what she wants. A magnet doesn't ask to attract metal. It simply is. That's all you're trying to be here. Now, I'm going to show you the entire plan for the year. But first, the most common reason people fail at this is because they have too many tabs open. They're chasing rainbows. They see a crystal. They buy an ebook. They go to the Amazon, they sign up for a new course, they join a retreat, they chase gurus, but they neglect the craft. The only way to get really good at something is to zoom in. So you should apply this system with laser focus. Choose one tab, choose one browser, choose one desktop, choose one screen. This is your only screen. You're not allowed to multitask. You're not allowed to check your phone. You're not allowed to browse other tabs. You are legally required to stay on this one tab until the task is complete. Okay, now we get to the fun part. You get to imagine what you want your life to look like in 2023. Look at your screen. Imagine it's already happened. What are you excited about? Health, fitness, finances, business, career, love, spirituality, family, friends, creativity, learning, travel, pleasure. Write each of these categories at the top of a separate page in your notebook. Under each category, write 3 very specific things you'd like to attract in that area. Don't hold back. Think big. Dream crazy. You can come back to this and edit it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just jot down ideas for now. Now, go down the list. For each item, do the following exercise. Step 1. Write the micro-action in the present tense. How do I behave if I've already attracted this? You want to wake up at 5 a.m.? Right? I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. You want to find love? Right? I date Sophia every Thursday evening. You want to make $1 million? Right? I fill out expense reports every Monday morning. Step 2. Under that, right? The actual micro-action. What's the minimum thing you need to do today to make the first sentence more likely? Call one woman. Set up the expense report. Buy one lottery ticket. Look up one recipe. Study one flashcard deck. Draw one design. Ship one tweet. Write it down. Now go back to your calendar. Block time for both the micro-action and the trigger. Bring your notebook. If there's any doubt about what to do, what to schedule, what the micro-action is, you can just look it up. That's the whole point. Now, you need a weekly review system. Every Sunday evening, you review the past week. How did you stick to your routine? How did you stick to the triggers? Which tasks were easy to do? Which ones need adjustment? And you want to do this with an empty notebook? Just bring last week's notebook. You want to put the previous week's actions away? You don't want to carry them with you. This is important. We only live in the present moment. The past is gone. You don't want to look back. It's a waste of time. Your new week starts right now. What are you scheduling for tomorrow? You should aim for consistency first, intensity later. It's better to do a little bit every day than a lot once in a while. Aim to be consistent with your execution loops. Ask yourself, can I sustain this for 7 weeks? Because that's when habits consolidate. If you can answer yes, great. If you can't, you probably didn't pick the right goal. It's better to scale back and win than scale up and lose. Here's your cheat sheet. Screenshot this for your nightly ritual. Now you know how to attract what you want. So the question is, what do you want? I want you to go out right now. Meet someone new. Go somewhere you've never been before. Try a cuisine you've never tasted. Listen to a song you've never heard. Watch a movie you've never seen. Learn something you've never learned. Buy something you've never bought. Do something you've never done. Break your own rules and break them again. Break them so often you create new habits. New habits lead to new identities. New identities lead to new results. That's the law of attraction. That's the physics of attention.